Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. Let's talk about Walmart. Okay, this stock is very critical. Okay, if you want to make money in these type of markets and you want to be a smart investor and you're young, but you're starting out and you want to play around with safe money, let me show you something I'm doing. Okay, I've been recycling. I sold about a week ago, or you could say last week. Is when I sold, probably even before that, right? But anyways, I sold at about $188, okay? But I got back in with $80. Now, let me show you guys what I did, okay? I sold 182.35 cents, okay, worth of Walmart. The first thing I did was I didn't go all the way back in at this level. I could have, right? But risk management is very important, and I understand the value of good risk management, a good calculated risk in the stock market, okay? What I did was I was like, all right, I like 90.83 as a level. I'm going to buy at 90.88, and I'm going to try to take this to at least 98. That's $8, okay? I don't even have a share, okay? But I was going to add more if the stock fell down to about 89, 88, right? And I was going to add the rest of the $100 left over from the $80 I invested. Okay. Now, what we need to realize, and what you guys need to realize, is you cannot rush the process when you're waiting on price points. Price action is very, it's a very long, patient game. But the money you can pull in with price action, the money you can pull in if you're reading your charts, is crucial. I'm on TradingView almost every day, looking at fair value gaps. I'm going to talk to you guys what fair value gaps are. You don't really need to sit down for 3-4 hours a day, right? So current price action of Walmart appears to be consolidating around 94-95 range, so shows signs of accumulation and sideways movement. Okay, what I want you guys to get from that is consolidating is when the stock is going sideways. So from 150 to about, let's say, 3:43 p.m. Okay, we're just going zigzag, sideways, right? What does that mean? Okay, the stock is moving sideways. It's not an uptrend or downtrend. Okay, this is simple trading, investing rules and strategies you have to be aware of. Now, when a stock is in the uptrend, okay, this move is only caught if you're buying down here, right? If you want to catch a big move, let's say Monday 3:30 to Tuesday 11 a.m., you want to catch that 91 to 94, right? And you're invested back here at 92.5, right? You're not going to get that much percent of change back on your money, right? But let's say we pull it back a month further and we're investing down here at 83. We're investing down here at $80, right? Imagine how much money you're making up here. So it's all about the strategy you go into these stocks with. So what I currently mean that Walmart is trying to find a base right now. The stock is volatile. We started off hot today. Okay, then we get absolutely destroyed. We break support, okay, and we go all the way down to 94.2. I thought we were done right here. Okay, I thought we were done right here and we were going back to 90. Well, guess what? We retest some levels again and we go right back up. Okay, this stock wants to go to $100. I can tell you that right now. We are about a little over 2 weeks away from earnings. Okay, what you need to lock in now is technical insight. Look at some technical stuff. Okay, the consolidation suggests a potential fair value gap. Okay, this setup is farming post earnings. So what I mean by that is after May 15th, Walmart, I can almost 80% say Walmart is going to have a fairly reasonable earnings, and what you do with those earnings depends on you. You can either look at that as a sign to hold back for the next dip and then catch it again at around 85, 86, right? Which I don't know when that's going to happen, okay? It could happen after the unpause of tariffs, or it could happen 2 weeks after that, after we have a big sell-off at $100, right? I don't want to play with the $100 range with the stock because that's a big, that's a big psychological state of price action that people are going to, and once they see 100, they're going to be like, oh my God, this is take profit zone. But this stock has went to 105, even after the split. So I pretty much want to see this stock at 98 and I'm going to sell. Okay. After earnings, I have Walmart going to $98.99. After a few days, maybe after a couple days. But if the earnings or if some news comes out and people say, oh, no, Walmart is not the stock, Walmart, Amazon, blah, 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 tariffs are going to smack them over, and when the stuff is on pause, we have some reconsideration to do. We got to pivot. We got to take the ball, right? We got to play slow now, okay? But according to these news articles and according to these news, where people are saying Walmart is a safer stock, right? When in an economic downturn, people rely on Walmart. So despite of tariffs, what are Americans going to do? They're going to go to their regular grocery store. They're going to have to buy eggs, milk, bread, right? They're going to need their essentials to live. You don't put food on the table, you're not going to live anymore. So you think about that state of the business. Amazon, I mean, do you really need to order stuff from Amazon? Walmart is like, okay, if you live 5 minutes down from a Walmart and something is cheaper there, right? And we're at an economic downturn where you can't afford groceries, what are people going to do? And I can almost guarantee there's not a shortage of Walmart locations, right? So something to keep in mind, okay? The catalyst to watch is basically earnings report May 15, 2025. This is game day right here, okay? This is game 7. This is where you guys need to be tapped in. Usually earnings come after market closing, which is 4 p.m., okay? And after market closing, May 16th, if it's not a weekend, May 16th, it should be really fun, okay? I hope it's not a weekend, right? But we should see a big gap up. What a fair value gap means is when a stock basically booms up. Okay, so let me show you guys what a fair value gap could be like. Let's say this gap right here, 9:30 to about 10 a.m. Like basically a big gap up. Okay, but this gap just came back down and was filled right here, and we're kind of around that range. So today was basically one of those days where we made some big gaps, but we came back down to fill those gaps. I really hoped we consolidated from about 10:30 to about 12 p.m. if you could stay around that 95 range, but we got smacked down because that's a tough range. A lot of people are taking profit at that range, or people that are up 10-12%, they're locking in some profit, right? So keep that in mind. All right, now break the 95 resistance level is something I want to do. I want to fill in potential fair value gaps, and the more gaps we fill, the stronger the stock is, and the stronger it is to build new highs. Okay, provide a premium level to sell or trim a position if price runs up quickly. Okay, so if the price runs up quickly, guess what I'm doing? I'm out of there. See you guys, right? 98 is my zone. As soon as I see $98 or at 98.50 at least, right? The gambler in me really wants the 100 level, but I'm gonna really try to resist myself from doing that. I'm gonna just be disciplined, be consistent with what I'm saying. Take 98, not look at Walmart again, and probably go to reality income after Walmart. Okay, have 2 or 3 stocks in rotation that you're rotating. Okay, I took 170. And I turn it to 183. And if I can get 183, turn it to about 190, right? And I take at least half of that, put it into reality income. If they get smacked down to 52 or 53 at least, right? We have a decent to mid to good level play that we got going for ourselves that's gonna flip $70 to $80, and then we're generating income. This is all a learning curve, okay? This is all a process that I'm gonna use when I get Robinhood, Webull, right? And I'm gonna show you guys everything I'm doing. So the main purpose of this video is to show you my strategy, and my current strategy is hold current position. So if any of you guys have position in Walmart, right, I can't physically tell you, oh yeah, you need to hold that price level, but based on what I'm saying, right, you need to look at your money with some range. When Walmart first came to 95 whenever the case was, I think it was last week, 2 weeks ago, that was the first time we saw Walmart get to that level after they were smacked down to 80. Right? We were smacked down to 82 right here. So when we went up here, I was like, oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of profit taken, because guess what? People definitely bought the stock down here. So the people who bought the stock down here, they had a field day. And there's some very critical buyers that come in when the market is absolutely getting shattered. Because one good news, pause on tariffs. Trump put a pause on tariffs, 90-day pause on tariffs. What did that do to Walmart, right? We see a big bump up, and people are, okay, well, I'm already up 10-12%. Let me just take my profit. See you again, Walmart, if you dip under $90. And those guys definitely have different stocks they went to after they took profit from Walmart. Okay, and then they're definitely doing options on the side, right? Guaranteeing Walmart's going to go to at least 97 May 15th. That's something I would buy if there's a call option to buy Walmart. But this is a whole different topic. We're on Cash App. We're not doing option trading, right? We're just buying, holding, selling, right? Okay, now avoid buying now. Wait for earnings volatility. Earnings has very good volatility that I like to talk about. That's where fair value gaps are built that we just talked about. So is this staying consistent? I'm up 4.49%. My profit taking is really 5 to 7 to 10%. If I can get a 10% gain, that's what I'm talking about. I'll take that any day, right? Because all my other stocks are smacked down right now. So what am I going to do? I'm going to hold those, and I'm going to keep making as much profit as I can with the stock that's doing good, right? That's how you play the stock market. That's how you want to be consistent, efficient. You want to keep learning through the charts. You want to read some of your plays that are doing well and keep recycling, all right? Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. I hope this video helped you understand some of the stuff I'm talking about. Walmart is a good stock. Reality income dividend yield is amazing, right? Keep tapped in with these stocks. June and July and August, I want to see some things about NVIDIA. Let's just keep NVIDIA on a break right now, right? I know I'm big on NVIDIA. That's my biggest position in my portfolio, but it's not making me any type of profit right now, any type of income. Walmart and reality income are those big